I just want you to go for a wash.
Oh! Yes, Captain. Right away, Captain.
So while Salty got cleaned up again, Porter used his sandboxes to put down sand on the oily rails so they wouldn't be slippery. Salty liked Porter and he enjoyed working with him, but most of all, Salty was just happy to be able to stay in his favorite place, at the docks.
Don't take me away from the sea, boys. Don't take me away from the sea.
Calling all engines! Calling all engines! It's Stephen! Stephen was one of the earliest steam engines ever designed. In his day, he was one of the fastest engines and won races, which is why he is called the Rocket. Stephen may not be as strong or as fast as the newer engines, but he has a great sense of humor and is very popular. These days, Stephen takes passengers on tours around the Earl's estate and the castle. That's why he's a really useful engine. Wait a moment. Who's that coming down the line? It's Rosie. Rosie is a bright pink engine. She's a bit of a tomboy who's clever, feisty, and loves having fun. Rosie admires Thomas and wants to copy his every move. This sometimes annoys Thomas when he wants to be really useful on his own. But Rosie can't see why they can't be really useful together. And neither can I. That's why she's a really useful engine.
The Smelly Kipper. One evening, James was telling scary stories in Tidmouth sheds.
And then the ghost train rattled over the bridge, waking up everyone with its spooky whistle.
Most of the engines don't take James's stories too seriously. But Percy found the stories very scary. Especially because Percy often pulled the mail train at night. Sometimes at night, things look scarier than they really are.
And that's when I saw the ghost train.
James, Percy doesn't like your stories.
Well, it's not my fault if Percy's not as brave as I am.
If you're so brave, why don't you go out at night and pull the mail train?
Pulling the mail train is a job for a small engine, like Percy, not a splendid, tender engine like me.
It's okay, Thomas. I don't mind pulling the mail train.
If you're really not afraid, James, perhaps you'd like to prove it tonight by pulling the flying kipper for me.
All right, Henry. I shall. I'm not afraid of a few fish.
We'll see, James. We'll see.
James made his way to the docks to collect the flying kipper, loaded with a fresh shipment of fish. But as he got closer, James began to notice a funny smell.
Oh!
Porter was shunting cars for Cranky, who was unloading the fishing boats.
Oh, Porter, what's that smell?
It's the fish, of course, James. Are you here to collect the flying kipper?
Oh, no. Henry is supposed to pull the flying kipper. I mainly pull coaches. Perhaps I should go and fetch him.